So, our time on this planet is a journey. Okay, guys? It's a journey. And if you want to stop the journey midway through, like you want to pull the game, like you want to pull the power on your video game system, you want to stop the movie before it ends. That doesn't sound good to me. I would rather see it all the way through. Even if it's a god awful ending, I would rather see it. Because then you know what? I can say, hey, I made it to the end of the journey. I made it to the finish line. I was able to go the distance. Did it turn out the way I wanted it to? Meh. I got to see the end. That's an accomplishment. And when you decide it's time to delete yourself, you don't get to see the ending. Everyone else is going to be continuing towards the credits screen, but you're not going to get to the credits screen. And you're never going to see what could have happened. And the people you love aren't going to see what could have happened either. And the people you love are going to miss you. And they're never going to see how far you could have went. And they're never going to be able to do anything with you ever again. Why would you want to do that to them? Why? Even if there's only one person on planet Earth that cares about you, why would you do that to them? Because you're never going to see them again. And they're never going to see you. And it's over. There's nothing more. There's nothing left. And you just cut it short. You didn't turn in the assignment. And in my own experience, in my own time, I found that for as much pain and misery I go through, mentally, physically, whole 9 yards, for as much pain as I go through, why would I want the people that I care about to have the worst pain possible, which is losing me? Why would I want to put my people through that? Why? What does that prove? What does that accomplish? Because if you say, okay, I'm going through this situation and it's unbearable, I get that. I've been through those situations. And you say, I'm honestly considering it now. I've been there too. But you have to ask yourself, if what's your situation on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 9.5, but then deleting yourself is going to be a pure 10 for the people that you leave behind, bro, that's not an improvement. Okay? You've brought more pain to this world. You brought more misery to this world. You don't have any misery no more. You're dead. Okay. The people you left behind are going to be broken. They're going to be absolutely broken. Especially if you're their child. They're never going to recover from that. Okay? Why are you going to do that to them? If you honestly hate the person that much, cool, just block them. But you don't have to extinguish your light just because your life is unbearable or your situation's unbearable. Yes, your suffering will end, but you will cause immense suffering for the people you leave behind. That's not a good solution. It's not a good solution. Now, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a physical health professional either. I'm a human being on planet Earth that is speaking to hopefully another human being on planet Earth. But if you guys are honestly struggling through that, just don't do it. Don't do it today. Don't do it today. Seriously, don't do it today. It's not going to be worth it. It's not going to help anything. You are going to, number one, you're going to leave behind a physical mess because you're going to be laying somewhere. And depending on how you accomplish the action, there might be bodily fluids spraying everywhere. That's number one. Not now you left a mess behind. Number two, like I said, the more important thing is that the few people on planet Earth that do care about you are going to be absolutely, positively, utterly devastated. And you're going to say, well, Jonathan, but you say that people can overcome things. I don't know what it's like to be a parent when their child ends themselves. I don't have firsthand experience in that situation. I'm sure there is a way the parent could adjust. I don't want to know what that looks like. Okay? Therefore, why should you put them through it? Because the worst thing you can do is bury your child. Okay? That is the worst thing you can do on planet Earth, is bury your child. I don't know of anything that is going to be more arduous than putting your own child in the ground. I don't want to know what that feels like, guys. I don't want to know. And you shouldn't want your parents to know what that feels like, okay? Now, whether they're your family of origin or your biologicals or your grandma or your grandpa, whoever raised you, you shouldn't want to put them through that. Okay? You shouldn't. It doesn't matter how much you hate them. Block their number. It doesn't matter how much you hate yourself. Get some fucking help. Don't delete yourself. It's not going to fix anything. So, with that being said, guys, just to kind of pull it back to what we were talking about is your problems do not have to be the end of you. You don't have to end yourself over your problems. And if any of this resonates with you, and if you feel that you are having serious considerations of deleting yourself, please, please, please get some goddamn help. Not from me, from a professional. But if I could offer one piece of advice as a non-professional, just don't do it today. Not today. Today is not the day. Just don't do it today. And it doesn't matter how many times you have to tell yourself that. It doesn't have to matter if you have to tell yourself that every day until the rest of your life. Just don't do it today. Get some help, guys. Seriously. We all have a unique light that we bring into this world. We all have a unique story to tell. We're all, each one of us is like an individual screw or like an individual link in a chain. And yeah, we could probably make do without it, but the structure is not complete. The structure is not whole. We need everybody. And we need you. We need you. Because without too much self-aggrandizement, if you're watching my material, I do honestly believe that you are headed in the right direction, and I believe that you do have a chance to make a recovery. Not a full recovery, but a recovery from your past trauma. So, guys, just decide to not delete yourself. Because you decide to delete yourself, you can decide not to delete yourself. You can decide that your problems are unbearable. You can decide that you're going to find a way to make it work. Make the better decision. If you're not going to do it for me, that's okay. But find a reason not to do it. Whether it's your loved ones, whether it's things that you care about or things that you're passionate about. You have to find your light and you have to let it shine. Even if it's as simple as every day I wake up, I take a walk around the neighborhood and I pick up a couple of cans. You are making this world better. Or if it's as simple as I'm able to get $10 saved and I'm able to donate it to a charity. I do that once a year. You are leaving this planet better than you found it. Find your light. Harness your light. And let your light propel you and fuel you and push you until you get out of the darkness, until you get out of the tunnel, until you get the ship back to harbor. So, guys, take care of yourself out there. I know this was a heavy lesson, but we had to get through that before we can get to the rest of these lessons here today, guys. So, if you're honestly having a hard time, please, by all means, get some professional help. And just remember that we need you. We need you on this planet. And there's other people that also need you as well. So get some professional help. I'm not the professional help. And just remember that the second step in becoming more powerful than your problems is deciding to not end yourself, is to decide not to delete yourself. All right, guys, thanks for being here.